Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
The Guardian view on low-covered vaccination rates. Not just North Korea. Pyongyang has left its people highly vulnerable to this outbreak. But rich countries have a responsibility for the lack of protection in other places. When COVID-19 first emerged, the Hermit Kingdom lived up to its nickname, shutting its borders in January 2020, long before most of the world had taken real heed of the disease spreading in China. With healthcare already on its knees and a malnourished population, North Korea was exceptionally badly placed to cope with any serious outbreak of illness. For more than 2 years, it insisted that it had no cases whatsoever. Then, last week, it announced its first cases of Omicron. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, warned of great turmoil. Now it has reported almost 2 cases of unspecified fever, probably because it can't test for the virus, with 741,000 still being treated, and 63 deaths. Mr. Kim, due to celebrate his 10th anniversary in power this year, has blamed officials for an immature response. But underlings can hardly be blamed. Closing the country off for so long, when it is heavily dependent on China and ordinary people were already struggling to survive, has left many in even dire straits. Yet the leadership failed to use the time to vaccinate the population, ignoring offers of doses from the COVAX pooling scheme. For years, it has impoverished its people and allowed healthcare to deteriorate, while pouring money into a weapons program, the chief function of which is to safeguard the regime. Within hours of announcing the COVID outbreak, the country had launched yet another missile test. Since admitting the outbreak, it has stonewalled offers of help from South Korea and the World Health Organization, although it has accepted basic medical supplies from China. Not only are medicine and oxygen supplies scarce, even power is limited, with blackouts frequent. The country needs medical equipment, fridges, generators and fuel, as well as vaccine doses. Humanitarian waivers to sanctions will be necessary, as well as persuading Pyongyang to accept help. North Koreans must not suffer further for the regime's actions. The wealthier world should also remember that North Korea is not alone in its lack of protection. Other countries are not much better covered. The more than 12 billion vaccine doses delivered globally have overwhelmingly gone to richer nations. More than 75% of people in upper and middle-income countries have received at least 2 doses. For low-income countries, the figure is just 13%. Across Africa, only 16.7% have received 2 doses or more. There is now sufficient supply. But by hogging doses initially, richer countries held up delivery in poorer countries that lack the capacity to carry out mass vaccination at speed. And many of those places, where the vaccine drive may face problems ranging from inadequate infrastructure to military conflict, will need additional help to ensure that vaccines reach people, and that people want them. Treatments for COVID must also be made widely available. The $4.8 billion committed to funding vaccine programs last month is good news. But making progress on a patent waiver is also essential, and beyond that, prioritizing broader knowledge sharing and diversification of supply. As WHO officials noted, when asked about North Korea and Eritrea, which has also snubbed offers of vaccines, unchecked transmission could spur the emergence of new variants. Though wealthier countries are far better protected, they too could still be at risk from the pandemic, or new diseases in future. Self-interest, as well as a sense of responsibility, should persuade them to do the right thing. We have a small favor to ask. Tens of millions have placed their trust in The Guardian's fearless journalism since we started publishing 200 years ago, turning to us in moments of crisis, uncertainty, solidarity and hope. More than 1.5 million supporters, from 180 countries, now power us financially, keeping us open to all, and fiercely independent. Unlike many others, The Guardian has no shareholders and no billionaire owner. Just the determination and passion to deliver high-impact global reporting, always free from commercial or political influence. Reporting like this is vital for democracy, for fairness, and to demand better from the powerful. And we provide all this for free, for everyone to read. We do this because we believe in information equality. Greater numbers of people can keep track of the global events shaping our world, understand their impact on people and communities, and become inspired to take meaningful action. Millions can benefit from open access to quality, truthful news, regardless of their ability to pay for it. If there were ever a time to join us, it is now. Every contribution, however big or small, powers our journalism and sustains our future. Support the